So I want to make a quick video of me drifting my FRS, me drifting my Sc300 on stock power with an angle kit, and me drifting my Sc300 with NAT after I got it tuned. So I wanted to go over the differences between all of them. So here I'm drifting at OSW, lining up till it's ending up on the line. This is always a tense moment, waiting for the guy to pass you on when you first start drifting. I always get nervous when I used to do this. Now I'm kind of okay with it. I'm always eager to go now. So when you start drifting, you put into like different classes usually. And currently, when I'm taking this video, I'm in C class. You can tell that a lot of people are spinning out, and there's not a lot of people going in front of me. Usually they'll hot lap and go faster. So here we go, about to initiate. We're down, like pretty much matting to the floor, trying to keep the car to keep angle. This car I didn't really like for drifting. It was really hard to stay in power. It would, like, throughout the rev range, it would make less torque some places and more torque in other places. New drifter boy, trying to make some cool skids for the boys. So here we go, gonna initiate again. So matting all the way on the floor, gets out of angle. Yeah, that's a power thing right there. It probably hit the torque tip. You need torque, like a really nice torque curve to like keep drift and hold angle. And the whole time I feel like I was fighting the car with this car, and it's a mission. Yeah, so I'm gonna go over what it's like driving my other car, which has a nicer torque curve. It was a 2JZ GE at the time of the video, and you'll see the difference. It's a lot easier to control, and this car also had cut knuckles, so we'll go over that. This is me and Sheila. About to go. This is at Sebring. This track was a lot a lot longer than OSW, but it's cool. I really like this track. There's two tracks. There's one here and one in the other place. But here we can go and critique my drifting. So here you can tell like the car is staying in drift. It has a really consistent torque curve, and it's able to keep in power. And I'm able to flick it because I have more angle. It was just a dream to drive. It's like night and day difference. It's crazy because you'll think of like, oh, it's new FRS. It's great for drifting, but like look at this thing. This is a '97. I got this car for $500. Put a manual in it and cut the knuckles and rip it around and having fun. This car was great. Or when the car was in the state, it was actually a really good state. It still is in a great state, but it's in a better state. But I kind of think I should have stayed with this power level a little longer. All right, so this is me lining up in its current state. There is no interior. There's about the same suspension mods on it. I think I put end links, so the next thing I'm gonna do is put better suspension on it. But after the last video, the car was down for about 6 or 7 months. I put a good amount of money into the engine. I put in a turbo. I got it tuned by RS Enthalpy. I did Alberto built the block with new pistons and rod bearings, and now it makes about 450 horsepower. Also has a cam, and it's really not that. I thought it was going to be a lot harder to drive when I first got in it. It's not hard to drive. It's actually pretty easy to drive. It makes it a lot easier when you have a consistent power curve. But what's fun now is that it's keeping it boost, and that's another whole thing. But it's a lot more fun than drift an NA car, in my opinion. Like I like keeping it a boost. So here I am drifting around. I got my friend Gabby and Logan in front of me. Z's are pretty good from the factory. You can tell that I'm able to keep up with these guys a little better. I am in second here, and it wasn't until later in the day I switched to third, so you're going to hear me banging off front limiter the whole time. And when I switched to third, when I actually grew some balls and started shifting to third, it was a lot more fun. Because the power bank is I thought the power band wouldn't go up until I hit a certain RPM, and I would need to be in a larger track. But for this track, you can just do a couple clutch kicks, and you'll be able to um, keep it in boost. And I hope I have a video on here where I shifted to third because it made a world of difference, and it was a lot more fun. But even in second, it's a lot faster in my other car. I used to drift this whole, like I would have, if it was the car was NA, I would have drifted this whole track in second, and I probably wouldn't even be like hitting limiter. I would be trying to keep it lower in the RPM. Uh, yeah. So here I am again. I'm leading this time, uh, ripping it in there. Gotta love being able to keep drift. A lot different than the FRS. It holds angle. It's actually, I think it's very manageable. So if you're thinking about if you want to throw more power at your car and you're scared too, I I think it's more manageable. But I play a lot of Assetto courses, so that helps a lot for me. And all the cars like kind of feel similar to the power band of my car. Um, but yeah, this was a lot of fun. I like leading because you see all the smoke behind me. A lot of smoke, a lot of fun. I highly recommend turbo in your car. I think that goes for any car guy. More power is more fun. But I mean, it does come with the necessity of adding better suspension because you need more grip. Like if you don't, if like I was running before this event, I was running I think 300 treadwear Kendas, and they were aired up, and they were also at 225s. Now I'm running 265s, and I'm at 20 psi, where before I was at 40 psi in the tires, and yeah, it's like if I would have ran that 600 or 265 with 20 psi on my old motor, it would just never would have broke loose. It would just be a chore. You'd keep on straightening out. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Sorry I don't have more videos. This was like the only video I got from this private day. There was definitely a lot more better videos to be had, but I just didn't press record. So hopefully next time I can give you guys some better content. And yeah, thanks for watching. Uh, See you guys in the next one.